So, why did I write, "You are chosen, prepare to triumph in a fallen world"? Quite frankly, because I'm sick and tired of Christians losing to the atheists, the secularists, the humanists, the Islamists, the socialists, and the blasphemers. As we all know, Christians are under attack in America, and the enemies of God are determined to bury us out of their sight. I'm not talking about those very frail Christians who think Christ is some sort of Walmart Santa Claus store greeter. Those guys are safe because they don't defend Christian principles anyway. Let me be clear. Jesus Christ is not a peacenik hippie who embraces, accepts, and tolerates satanic ideas, behaviors, and perversions. And if we embrace these ideas, God is going to spit us out of his mouth just as he has promised to do in Revelation 3:16. But those Christians who want to uphold the values that made this nation great, those are the ones the radical leftists want to bury and shut up. You see, what's missing in this country is not that there are not enough Christians. There are plenty of us. 212 million Americans profess to be Christian. Without a doubt, the United States is a Christian nation. But we have allowed a small minority of radical leftists, homosexuals, progressive, heathenists, feminists, and godless socialists to tell us how to live, what we can believe, what we can say, how we can act, and what we have to accept. And I say that's enough. Christians need to take a stand. And I know this is going to cause some controversy, but Christians need to be soldiers of Jesus Christ, just as Paul instructs in 2 Timothy 2:3. You Are Chosen teaches you how to become that soldier, that warrior for Christ. What did Christ really say about Christians carrying and using weapons? What did Christ really mean when he said for Christians to turn the other cheek? And what does it really mean for Christians to obey government authority? The answers to these questions and the dispelling of many other Christian liberal myths are in You Are Chosen. I guarantee you, it's the book the enemies of God do not want you to read. It will teach you how to triumph for Christ in this fallen world and take back the United States as a Christian nation. A nation that respects religious liberties, freedoms, traditions, and proper government authority. Take a look around you. You see it on the news every day, where complete idiots are trying to convince you, even compel you, to believe that boys can be girls and that girls can be boys, that two men can marry each other, and that God will somehow bless and honor that union. You'll see news where it's completely acceptable to fire and even fine someone for refusing to call a transgender by his or her pronoun name. There are foolish people running this country who have darkened hearts. That's how the Bible describes them. Now they want to force us into their foolishness and accept their lives, believe in their lies, even participate in their lies, or punish us. These stories are too many to recount here. But the example of Christian business owner Jack Phillips of Masterpiece Cake Shop, now he's a prime example. Mr. Phillips has been taken to court several times over his religious beliefs and convictions. First, because he refused to bake a wedding cake for a same-sex couple, then over his refusal to bake a transgender celebration cake for a man who transitioned into a girl. Mr. Phillips' attorneys hit the proverbial nail on the head when they argued in federal court that the state was waging a crusade to crush him. Yes, they wanted to crush him financially, morally, and spiritually. So just how crazy can these attacks get to force Christians to violate their biblical beliefs? Well, let's let Mr. Phillips serve as a prime example again. In July of 2017, a man who, after marrying his own laptop computer, that's right, a laptop computer, along with another man who had multiple wives, sued Mr. Phillips when he refused to make a cake for a computer bride and for a polygamous marriage. Mr. Phillips is not alone in these types of battles to force Christians to abandon their biblical views and convictions. And I have many of these examples in my book, You Are Chosen, which I encourage you to get and read today. You can order directly from our website at christianaction.org or through amazon.com. Christians have been hiding on the sidelines way too long. Most Christians think they are going to be able to escape this craziness of the world, that somehow they can avoid getting caught up in this firestorm of debauchery, that the lunatics of the world will never come knocking on their front door or walk into their churches. Paul tells us to put on the full armor of God, and we're going to need it. And those who don't have it, who don't know what it is, who are too lazy to figure out, are going to get hurt the worst. Now, if you have any doubts about the value of this book and how it will prepare you to triumph in this fallen world, then let me encourage you to read my chapter for free called Time to Gear Up. You can find it on the top menu bar of our website. Just click You Are Chosen. Now, are you ready to gear up? If you want to become a warrior for Christ, a Christian soldier, someone willing to take a stand for the cross and follow Christ's example and stop being bullied and pushed around, then order today. Let my 40 years of experience and the 4 decades of experience of my co-author, Jerry Skirvin, help you triumph for Christ in this fallen world. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for updates, for more investigative stories, and for journalism where the mainstream media fear to go. Thank you.